Hello, welcome to this channel. Here I do tarot and oracle readings. Sometimes I do meditations and reiki, but primarily card readings because I enjoy being a channel for divine messages to come through and support you along your journey. So if that is something that you are interested in, feel free to check out any other content on the channel and interact with this video and any other videos because that really supports me. So I appreciate that. If you're interested in looking at any of my handcrafted jewelry, I have a shop link in the description and also on the channel page. I do make handcrafted jewelry. All right, so this reading is going to be a past, present, and future prediction. So the past and the present will kind of help you see if this video resonates with you, if it's something that you can relate to, and then we'll move on to future predictions. Just keep it in mind. I'm reading energy, won't resonate with everybody, but maybe there's a message here that you can take away if you stick around. The biggest thing is when I do the past, present, and future readings, I don't know how far in the past Spirit is bringing it up. I just take it as, okay, this is something that needs to be heard and honored right now, so that's why Spirit is talking about it. Okay, so I have no idea how far in the past, whether it's like recent or not. Just a heads up. Okay, so let's get into it. I've been missing you guys, been wanting to talk to you, so let's go ahead. The future predictions, I feel like it came out a little bit clumsy. Well, it wasn't, it was like clumsy at first, but then it caught itself. So there's an energy here at some point that kind of feels like stumbling, but like getting your footing and figuring it out and starting to walk again, starting to move forward. So that's a quick channel message. Okay, and I do see that we have Eight of Cups at the back of the deck really quick, which is this energy of somebody stepping away or pulling their I feel like pulling their energy away from something. So you may have had to walk away from a situation, a person, a habit, just something you might have had to walk away from, but it feels like it's kind of soul searching, like you got some sort of message or intuitive feeling or just something in your energy just kind of let you know that that situation or thing was no longer for you and you kind of needed to pull away and really think about your direction in life and how that particular situation, habit, person, whatever it is, has been impacting you. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, a Nicki Minaj lyric is coming up where she says, if you ain't, I don't know if you can cuss, I'm pretty sure you can, but she says, if you ain't shitting, then get off the pot. So basically, like, if you're not, if you're not using a particular tool or something, then you don't need it. It's not for you. So I do also feel like maybe you had some sort of a habit or relationship or something that just was no longer beneficial for you or just not the right time for it. Yeah, there's something about timing or like use, like you don't need it anymore and you just kind of need to step away and move towards something else. Okay, and then we also have Six of Swords underneath that, so that, yeah, okay, keep going. I do also feel like with the Eight of Cups that you could have been waiting for somebody to give you a message or to say something, to return something to you. Yeah, with this Eight of Cups, I feel like, because I was just thinking of that lyric again, and I feel like they're wanting me to communicate a message of like, maybe you were waiting for somebody else or waiting for an opportunity or something like that, and it just doesn't seem like it was coming around. So you've decided to actually pull your energy back and move towards something else. They're also showing me Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is a card of multiple options or possibilities. And so it could be that you were holding one particular cup in your hand, one opportunity, focused, your energy and time into this one thing, and then you kind of realize like, hey, you know what, I got options. Let me go and explore these things. And so, yeah, I feel like this is you realizing that there's always more than one door available to you. Okay, so there's that. Oh, okay. That wanted to jump up. They did they showed me a sword. Okay. Not like a super long sword. It was almost actually more like a dagger. So they showed me that. So there could be, a little bit of pain here with whatever situation is about to come up. But yeah, we'll dive a little bit more into that. They just showed me the dagger. I don't know. Okay, let's start with this. We got the Magician. Okay, so the Magician is somebody who utilizes all the elements. He's very wise. He's almost like a scientist. So again, this is giving the energy of somebody who's trying to like tinker around or like try different things to see what's going to stick or what's going to work. But I do feel that he's kind of sad, like maybe things weren't working out as quickly as he wanted or the way that he wanted. And I'm saying he just because of the card, but it's really a genderless reading. But so the Magician is coming through as feeling a little bit of disappointment with his particular situation or what he's trying to put together. Okay, what else here? We got Angel of Flames. And look at that, because also in this reading, so the Magician, he's the master of all four elements. So that's earth, water, air, and fire. But particularly in this reading, he's holding a candle. So the fact that that is combined with Uriel, that's very significant. And so this is coming through of more so of like, yes, I was saying that he feels sad about the way something was going, like it wasn't coming together as he wanted or thought of. And so it seems like you kind of had to tear something down or something. It's giving tower energy of like starting from scratch. There could be a little bit of anger here or frustration, but ultimately I just kind of see something being worked on didn't really work out, and so just kind of being burned to the ground. This could also symbolize some sort of a bridge, because the relationship did come up during the channeling. So could be burning down some sort of a bridge to a connection or relationship. And that could also signify cutting out the element of water, cutting out the element of air, communication, and also cutting out the element of earth, which is that friendship or foundation. So yeah, there's an energy here in the past of like burning a bridge to something. And again, it doesn't specifically have to be to a person. It could be to a habit or a situation, whatever. But I do feel for a majority of you, it's about a particular person. Okay? Then we have companionship. And guys, I told you, I said they showed me a dagger. Okay, so companionship. When you fully bless and embrace your aloneness, you're ready for the ones who are meant to be with you. May I welcome this solitude, knowing it will open the way for all healthy relationships. So whatever situation or person you were dealing with, like I said, there could be some hurt here, frustration, anger. I don't know exactly what they did or what you did. I'm not going to really dive into that, but definitely getting, like I said, a relationship that got burned down to the ground. So, okay, so this is what we got in the past. Okay. And then I also said something about timing. So I feel like for some of you, You could have tried to start a relationship or a friendship or whatever connection with another person, but they could, maybe either of you or both of you might not, the timing might not have been right, because this person could have been like not emotionally available, or I feel like they weren't super strong, and the relationship wasn't strong in all of the elements. So like I said, when you, the magician, he's a master of all four elements, but like I feel like communication was a barrier here. Like either you, the person, or both of you, there was a struggle with communication. Elements of air. That's primarily what I'm picking up. And the thing about air is it fuels fire. Okay, and so yeah, I just feel like maybe if this person was distant or didn't communicate well or things like that, that could have triggered more of the fire in terms of like being angry or upset or a little bit of resentment or something like that. So yeah, I feel like the element in air and fire really dominated this relationship, and so there wasn't a lot of water and earth really helping to ground and build something stable. Okay. All right. Let's go to the present moment now. Okay. And again, take it how it resonates. If it's not about a particular person, then like I said, some habit or situation. But we do have the companionship card that just says that whatever the past was for you, I just felt like being on your own will help you to recognize what things are meant for you as you progress. Because as you progress, some things have to be left behind because they no longer align. They no longer fit. So yeah, okay. Let's go to the present. We've got Queen of Wands here. Queen of Wands is this energy of somebody definitely like standing in their power. They're very magnetic, but they're also leaning into intuition. And so we have a black cat here, and the black cat plays into like the intuition of the Queen of Wands. Again, it doesn't matter what your gender is. Anybody can be in the element of Queen of Wands, but you're just coming through as very magnetic, powerful, but also insightful. So I feel like this past situation kind of gave you more insight into like your own power, your own desires, and it's almost like you can read people a little bit better, because I'm really drawn to the black cat here. And look at her facial expression. She's very serious. Like, she's not playing games, okay? And so I feel like if you're sitting in this Queen of Wands energy, that you're just coming through with a lot of insight, and also just reading people a little bit better, and are not necessarily letting certain things into your aura. You're not giving your energy to certain things. And that's the thing about the Queen of Wands. She's very powerful. She has a lot of energy and focus. And so whatever she puts her mind to, it gets done. It happens, And so, and especially with a lot of passion and caring energy that she has with that. So anyways, the point is, I just feel like you're reserving your energy, but you're focusing it on more so yourself. And I feel that coming through like with skincare. So you could be somebody who is just because you're giving the energy back to yourself, you could be pampering yourself a little bit more, whether it's like I don't know, doing whatever makes you relax. But I do see skincare is something big for you, or something you're into, whether it's like with lotions and oils, well, I don't know what your routine is, but I'm drawn to the skin. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Okay, we've got Angel of Snow. We have health. This is what I was talking about. Allow me, divine, to be tender and accepting of my body, no matter what ailment I may have. May I always know it's doing the best that is that it can help me to be a loving ally and friend to this sacred form. And then you've got wedding rings. So I definitely feel like I said, I was talking about your skin. So whatever you're doing with your energy or investing your time in, it's actually benefiting you a whole lot. Like, whether you're paying attention to your skin or not, like, let's say you don't have a skin routine, whatever you're doing with your energy or your intentions, it has like an outward effect. You know what I mean? It has like a more well-rounded effect. So you're being impacted by your decisions and your intentions, your focus. Like, that is impacting other areas in your life and in your body and your vessel and things like that you may not notice right away. But yeah, like I said, it's like your skin is glowing, so that's good. Okay, what else do we have? We have Angel of Snow. What are you saying? This to me feels like burying. And so, like, if we look at the past, right, we got Uriel who like burned a bridge, and then if you look in this picture, like, there's remnants of structures and it's being snowed over. So I feel like you're in a space where you're healing from, like I said, a person, situation, habit, whatever it is. But you're healing from it. You're letting it freeze over and just kind of get buried under the snow. And you're just, you're going through your own like seasonal cycle. Okay. And I feel like with this wedding rings card that it's allowing you to restore your energy, cleanse your energy, restore it, and then it invites higher frequency people, higher frequency opportunities, you know, money, attraction, just all that stuff is like amplifying because you're going through this process. So that's where I see you're at. Okay. So let's do future predictions. We got Page of Pentacles. Angel of Punishment. Okay. And we got Work. Okay. Okay. I definitely see you going towards an opportunity. Okay. So, okay. So I feel like whatever your experience was, it's something that you can talk to people about. Okay, so for some of you, this is for some of you. When we, you know, life experience, we can use that to tell our story, or we can use it to transmute that experience into something. And so I've said this before, like when people go through a breakup or something like that, they take that anger or sadness or whatever and they channel it into starting a business or writing a book or just, you know, doing things like that. And so what I see you doing as a future prediction with this Work card, it says, I'm now available to receive all who can benefit from my work. Use me to relieve suffering on the planet. May all who need me find me. The divine is my complete source for all prosperity and will provide. So I definitely feel like this experience could benefit you in the work field, whether it's just a matter of transmuting energy and turning it into motivation and things like that. Or it could be a matter of like being able to relate to people who have been through your situation, and you're able to, you know, talk to them, counsel them, or whatever. So that's another thing that I can see. There's something else here. I do also feel like if you're like, I do feel like your spiritual abilities are like online. And so when it says, use me to relieve suffering on the planet, may all who need me find me, I feel like with the Queen of Wands, I was saying something about her being intuitive. Hold on. Anyway, I was saying something about her being intuitive, and so I feel like this experience kind of helped you hone in or become more aware of, tone in your psychic abilities. Because I said earlier also that it feels like you're listening to spirit a little bit more. You're listening to how your body reacts to people, you know, what feelings come up for you when you're in spaces. It just feels like you're, and I said something about like not wasting your time or investing your energy into things that no longer serve you, but you're using your intuition to like feel those things out. So you just kind of have a greater sense of, you know, when to step away from things, when to step away from situations, and you just kind of kicked in your intuition a lot more. And so with that and the work card, it just kind of feels like you are able to be guided a lot easier. Guided towards opportunities, guided towards people who need your, you know, wisdom, um, your companionship, because we did have that earlier where you could have been giving your companionship to somebody who no longer needed it or deserved it, you know. And so it just kind of seems like the right actions, right people, and things are magnetizing towards you as you elevate into your newer frequency. Okay. And it's almost like you're able to, I don't know how this is going to come across, but it just feels like you're able to take on the task from spirit more easily. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, I know what your purpose is or anything like that, because it's not my business and I'm not you. But what I'm just saying is, because you can hear a lot more clearly, and again, Eight of Cups, this is that spiritual guidance of like, hey, no, it's time to move on. And you just get this feeling in your spirit, feeling in your energy, things like that, that you're being guided, a sense of direction. He's walking, you know, to get on the boat. And so, yeah, it just kind of seems like your internal compass is like really like kicked on. And you've got more faith or trust in yourself and your guidance, and that's really kind of allowing spirit to, or allowing you to trust your direction easier. That's what it is. You're trusting your direction a lot easier. Okay. And with this Page of Pentacles, it's going to be easy for you to start building on top of that. Because look at this person. He's sitting here reading a book. And so they just showed me a pyramid. So I don't know if you guys have seen these crystals, but they're in the shape of a pyramid, like straight up, and then the top. But anyway, so when the pyramid is with the pointy up, you are like, it's your connection going up into the astrals, into the ethers or whatever. But when the pointy part is down, it's you receiving messages into the vessel. Let me show you what I'm talking about real quick. I feel like this is important. Here it is. Okay. See this right here? So yeah, when the pyramid is down, then it's like you're able to receive downloads, you're able to receive messages. And this angel here, Da'at, is empty. If he was full with like baggage and full of like things that didn't serve him, he wouldn't have any room for the messages to come through, right? And so this is what they're showing me. They showed me the little pyramid of like, you're receiving downloads, you're receiving information, and you're releasing to balance that out, okay? And so I just feel like you're accepting the process, and that's really going to benefit you in terms of a newer foundation for yourself. And so going back to the Page of Pentacles, this person is like sitting here reading a book. They're sitting here getting guidance and knowledge from what they're reading, from what they're interpreting, receiving, right? So yeah, okay. I hope that's resonating, because yeah, I really do just kind of go off of what Spirit's telling me. So okay, so we have the Angel of Punishment, and we have Girl with a Snake. Can I get a clarifying card for these, please? Eight of Cups, guys. And we got Page of Wands. Okay, we got Eight of Cups. Oh, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Okay. So with the angel of punishment, I feel like it's not punishment of what you think. They're telling me it's not punishment like what you think. They're not saying to get back at the person or be petty or anything like that. What they're saying is it's basically kind of like the universe has your back. The universe is supporting you, or your God, or Allah, whatever, your guides, ancestors, whatever. With this angel of punishment, it really just comes through of like it's actually giving more Libra, or karma, balance scales. That's what I'm getting from it, and so it's not like this harsh, like angry energy that I'm getting. I'm not getting that at all. What I'm getting is more of a healing energy. And so with you coming through with the Eight of Cups, this is somebody who is releasing, girl with a snake, that's similar energy. And so I just kind of get with the angel coming through that it's more about balancing that out. So as you release, like I said, you get full, you receive. You have to release in order to receive more, right? And so with Kushiel coming through, I just really see that it's more about balancing your scales and you receiving opportunity, you receiving messages, you receiving clarity, you receiving. And so as long as you sit in this energy where you're at, being focused, determined, releasing, cutting off ties to whatever that thing is, in a way that is healthy for you, then you're able to start building something new and fresh. And it has more love in it. I'm feeling the energy of love, genuine love. It feels really good. And I feel like somebody is crying, but it's like tears of happiness, though. Tears of happiness, being optimistic. Okay. So I don't know if you need this to be more specific, but you know what? I'm going to try to do that. Let's get into a little bit more into the future predictions, please. What can those watching expect? Future predictions, please. One more. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's like what I said. So you got a Knight of Pentacles coming towards you. So this could be a person bringing you, they're offering you something stable. So whether it has to do with finances, whether it has to do with work, career, relationship, friendship, they're offering you something stable. And they're moving towards you. But it also feels like you're moving towards yourself. Spirit told me to say that. So I do, with that line specifically, it feels like it's somebody who mirrors you or matches you. So you have something mirroring you coming towards you. Whether it's a specific person. I do feel like it's coming in the form of a person. Whether it's a relationship or not, it could just be a person who is delivering a message for an opportunity or something like that, or a person who has to, click some buttons or whatever, and then something goes to your account, or I don't know. I just feel like something is in the hands of a person who is making their way towards you. But the way you can identify who this person is they're going to be similar to you. So if you have a conversation with them, you might have similar values, a lot of things in common, and you could also have past experience that is in common as well. And that was where maybe I was talking about that relatability with another person. So either way, you got a Knight of Pentacles coming towards you, offering you something, and you can really connect with this person, and you're very optimistic, loving, and happy with whatever this situation is. Okay. Can I get some more on the Knight of Pentacles? This person has a lighter, okay, I told you, they're like you. They have a light energy to them because I was just drawn to this glow. So this is somebody of a higher frequency. They're not going to be like people that you've known in the past. They're not going to be like an ex. They're not going to be like somebody that hurt you or whatever. They have completely different habits, healthier habits, healing habits. This person, they are compassionate. It's like they have emotional intelligence. Okay. But they have a lighter frequency to them. So I do feel like they're spiritual as well. I don't know how much, like, how far along their spiritual journey they are, but they do definitely have a light about them. So yeah. This also signifies somebody, honestly, this is somebody who has been through something. And the reason I know that is because this light is like a shield. So I definitely feel like they've been through something, but they're shielded by a higher power to make sure that they get to where they need to go. So this could be somebody who had like a rough upbringing or something, or some sort of experience where you might think like, wow, how did you survive that, or how did you get through that, or how did you build that, this is somebody who has a glow about them, a shield around them. They could also have like a protective nature. Like they could be, I don't get a sense that they're like mid-age. I'm getting 30s, but I'm getting 30s. It doesn't necessarily have to be that, but I just feel like there's a matureness to them. So even if they are younger, you would think that they're older than they are. Because it's just somebody who, they have goals for themselves or plans. So it could also be that you dealt with somebody in your past who was very like flaky or flighty, go with the flow, but this person feels more stable and sturdy. They have goals, they have a sense of direction. So anyways, I'm getting a lot off of this. but anyways, what I was saying is they could have a protective nature about them. Okay, and so with their maturity, they could just, I don't know, just be protective. And I need to say this because when I was younger, I needed this distinction. There's a difference between possessive and protective. All right, this person is protective. Okay. Okay, anything else about future predictions? Hardship. I was talking about that. May I embrace what's happening right now, as baffling or painful as it is. Help me, God, to trust where you are guiding me. I am yours. And again, we got this message of trust where you are guiding me. Okay? So, I feel like going back to the Queen of Wands, you might have been... When I looked at her face, it was very serious. So I feel like starting out, you could have kind of resisted a little bit what was happening or what's going on, but then you just kind of woke up and got serious and was like, okay, if this isn't for me, then I know what to do. I'm ready. So I do feel like maybe with this hardship that you might have some moments where you want to go backwards, or you need to rewind and think about things, and you might have a few hopes of like, okay, well, maybe it will work out. Maybe this person will change or turn around, or maybe if I just do this for a little bit, I'll be fine. Like whatever it is, you might have some flippy flop thoughts like that. But ultimately, I see you doing the right thing for yourself, period, straight up. So I wouldn't even worry about that. I would just say it's a normal part of like healing and releasing, Okay. Well, I wish you luck, and I hope this was helpful. Hope it resonated. If it did resonate, please let me know, because I would love to hear some of your guys' stories, or whatever you'd like to share. But thanks for tuning in. If you watched all 34 minutes of this, okay, take care. Ashe, ashe.